All right. So we should be good now. Copy. All right. I think we got this figured out. Hopefully. All right. Can you hear me now, man? Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. For some reason, Restream's not working for me. It's not letting me connect my microphone. I don't know why. That's super weird. I'm gonna have to dig into that a little bit more after I get off here. I guess I should have got a little bit more prepared, but it was running flawless last week. Good to see you, Aaron. Now you can hear me. Hope you're having a good day, good week so far. Running any trains lately, or what'd you work on this week? Anything? Hopefully those other guys will pop in. Just bugging out this week. No, that's not what we want. That's not the. Let's quit that. Go here. Copy the link. What's up, James? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in, Sam. Glad you found the right one. I was telling Aaron, I don't know what was going on there. For some reason, my microphone wasn't connecting. I don't know why. It's weird. We'll sleep Wednesday. I'm glad I spelled it right. We'll slip Wednesday. It's Salipe or whatever I put there. It's weird. What's up, William? How you doing, man? Glad we got sound. Yeah, got a new Halloween building up. Nice, Aaron. Once the other layout is on hold for a while. Right, bud? Nice. It's quiet down here. You can hear there's this annoying insect on the outside of the window here. But I don't want to blow you guys out with transformer sounds, but we should be all right. Let's get something running here. What do we want to run? Let's put on a diesel tonight for now. Get a little MTH action going on here. We're going to run right now we're going to put on a GP35, a Pensy. I got this one earlier this year. It's one thing I hate about the TIU. It takes forever to boot up. So the WTIU, I should say. What's up, William? Oh, William already said hey to you. But hey again. Of course it's a Pennsy, man. You know it's a Pennsy. It's what I run, bro. Of course it's a Pennsy. I got a bunch of Pennsy stuff in my future. At least two things. There's all sorts of stuff going on down here tonight. There we go. This Pennsy engine, for some reason, the crew talk is so loud. It's so loud. Phil, what's up, man? How's it going on with you? It's going pretty good here. This guy moving. There we go. See him going around the corner right here. The crew talk dialogue on that thing. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Well, obviously you'll hear it, but it's like the chatter is. If we can get some chatter going on here. Maybe not. I got to do the TIU update, I think. Something going on with that. Yeah, Aaron, I saw the new heavies are in as well. I'd be curious to see what kind of sounds they got. I think it was Datafied posted something. They mix something up in the catalog. A detail on the front end of the boiler. And something about a light wasn't right. Who knows? It's Lionel. You never know what you're going to get. But saying what I've ordered, I'm picking up a J1A at York, which is one of my whale engines. The S2, the turbine, which I think will be here next week. I think. Or a week. Next week or the week after. Like 2 weeks, I think. And then for New York Central, I have one of the Vision Line Hudson's on order. The pacemaker variation. I thought about getting the Boston and Albany. From Muffin, but I feel like the green is going to be way too green. Like what they did, if you guys noticed when they did with the A1 Burks that came out, was it earlier this year or whenever? The green was just horrifically green. Like it was like baby puke green, or like lima bean or something. It wasn't really right at all. It was close to this color, but I even think it was a lighter shade of green than this, and that's pretty light. I got this one from Muffin too, which I like the box car, but when I saw the engine, I forget, somebody posted they had it, and I saw a video of it, and it was just really overly green. So I'm afraid with the new Hudson, the Boston and Albany, that green's going to be that color green. It's not going to look right. So we'll see. Big Rich, what's up, man? How are you? Make a video when you upgrade the TIU. I can do that. I should be able to do that. Or I can do a step-by-step. If you have any trouble with it, I can walk you through it. Which New York Central one do you like, Aaron? Yeah, Mike, I know something happened with Restream. Like it wasn't connected to my microphone, and I had to do this. So we're stuck with one this week until I can troubleshoot the other one. Has that ever happened to you? Big Rich, you just got a bunch of stuff, didn't you, from Zach? Did you buy some stuff for him? Oh, the heavy Mikado. Okay. Yeah, that one would probably be nice. Yeah, I use an external mic. Last time and I unhooked it and everything, and it still said there was no microphone. So I don't know what's going on. So we're back to the basics tonight, which it's okay. I mean, it happens. Not too worried about it. Did anybody here order a heavy Mikado? I haven't really heard a lot of people say that they got one. Rolling stock from Joker and units. What? Oh, you did buy some. That's right, from Travis. Someone asked up earlier if I ordered anything from the new release. I think it was Aaron or Sam. I think I'm gonna get the. I think I'm gonna get the Penske E8s. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on them. I got a month, so. Sam, you like the heavy Mikado L&N? Yeah, I feel like they're going to drop in price. I think they're going to be a hard sell at the price that they're at right now. I mean, what are they listed at? I mean, an exorbitant amount, probably what, 1,500? A little over 1,500. Rich, you looking for a PRR 280? Okay. Drain Attic, what's up, dude? How are you? Thanks for stopping in tonight. Appreciate you. Sorry, guys, we're a little late tonight and had a little bit of hiccups with some technology, but we're here. Mikey, you ordered anything out of the pamphlet? You gonna get those Penske's? I thought about the Wabash ones because they have ties with Norfolk and Western. If I had the money, I would get the Seaboard Cream. That is a nice set. That's cool. Yeah, when you see those light colors like that, and I don't know, man, you're flipping a coin there. I saw Muffin's custom runs of the 080s. I didn't see what he put out for E8s. Let's check it out. Did you guys see the Union Pacific cars he's doing? Gosh, he's got 14 pages of custom runs. Good Lord. What do we have here for custom runs? Norfolk and Western. I did see this, the AB. He's doing the AB with the Super Base B. That's pretty cool. But what color is it going to be? Some of these have road specific details. Like if you look at that A, I feel like the top of that's different than the other ones. Sly Cat, what's up, man? Yeah, Muffet. I thought he would do. See, I saw the Wabash ones, and I figured if they were going to do something that was, if he was going to do Norfolk and Western, it was going to have some sort of a Wabash connection to it. Florida East Coast E9s. I can't see them doing well. Looks like he just has what, two custom runs? Yeah, looks like 2 custom runs. Looking at third rail E unit SP Halloween paint scheme. I don't know if he'll do that, Rich. I'm not sure if he'll dabble in the holiday stuff or not. It's worth a try. I can't see those. Yeah, like I said, I can't see the E8 Florida Coast. I can't see them doing well. But that's an E9. That's just, oh, it's an AA set too of the E9s. Like, again, like if you guys see the paint scheme of that on Muffin's website, that blue, ooh, I don't know, man. You know Lionel in blue and green and orange and red and every color. What a real scheme. They list it like that. Oh. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to see. I have a third rail order, and you guys know that I got those Conrails. But I think Mike and I were talking about this. We're a little curious to see how they run. I don't have any experience with third rail. This would be my very first third rail purchase, and yeah, I'm not real sure. But I'll support those guys every day of the week because I think what they're doing is great. Somebody said about Muffin custom runs. I wonder how those custom runs that he's doing, those aluminum UP passenger cars will look. I'm sure they'll be nice, but I don't understand why he's doing those because it doesn't go with anything. There's no Union Pacific in this pamphlet that would have pulled those. I mean, is there even any UP in the catalog? Was there just like a switcher? Was there an 080? So I guess I'm a little confused why he's doing Union Pacific aluminums right now. Anybody help me out with that? Let me know what you think about that. I do want to get another one of these GP35s. It's out there. It's just getting a deal with it. I need road number 2261. I have 2265. Yeah, there's no UP stuff. Maybe for the MTHFEF, yeah, but it's not going to match. That's the only thing that it's the yellow's going to be off. But whatever. I mean, you can see right there in the corner, you can see. Which way am I pointing? Right here, my FEF. Which this one's nice. Let me get it. I'll show you a couple things on it that I don't like. So off the bat, I mean, it's a really nice locomotive. I feel like the yellow on it is a little underwhelming, which could be a good thing. The controls, I mean, everything being in the top here is nice. It smokes good, all that kind of stuff. But the one thing that I don't like about the second here, these tenders, the Centipede tenders, is they're so freaking noisy. I mean, and I know they have to do that for corners and things like that, but this tender in specific is extremely noisy. Extremely noisy. The other thing with this one that I don't really like is you guys can't, I don't know if you can really, it almost looks tin plate-ish. kind of see the glare. It doesn't have the sheen like the black gloss like the Class A does, or 2926 restoration version. It's a weird in between. Again, it's a fantastic engine, but I would have preferred it to be more matte looking than that. That's how your legacy. But yeah, my Vision Line Big Boy tender, it doesn't make near the sound that one does. I don't know why. It's just that tender. Um, Even my PT tender on my Dreyfus isn't that bad. It's just something that I noticed with that one. Craig, what's up, man? He's going with the area. Oh, you're going to get the ET44. That'll be a cool little engine to have. Not little, that's a big engine. That'll be a nice engine to have. That'll be a rare item coming in a couple years. Yeah, guys, if you haven't given me a like yet, I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike. Vision Line Challenger and Big Boy doesn't make that. Yeah, mine doesn't either. It's something to do with the what they used on this. I almost feel like doing something to these to kind of. And the other thing too, with this tender, I don't know if it still does it or not, but when I would put it in reverse, the drawbar would come up and the sounds would go off, like the chuffing and everything would stop, until you went back into forward again. Just little things that don't really mean much. I mean, that doesn't really matter. That's an easy fix. You feel the same as Zach does about the catalog? How do you feel about the catalog, Sly Cat? Tell me. We'll probably get a new Vision Line release next month, I'm assuming. Underwhelming. I'm glad it's underwhelming. I actually like looking through catalogs and they're underwhelming like that, because then I don't feel pressure to buy anything. I mean, which I don't anyway, but I haven't seen a catalog in a while that really blew me away. But I'm like, oh man. Mike said he thought it was a catalog. I mean, I like the E8s. Like I said, I want the Pensy ones. They're nice. They had some different offerings, which was cool, like the Seaboard stuff, and it was cool to see that paint scheme of the B&O. Aaron says the 475 is the new Vision Line. Is that going to be your bet, man? Yeah, the third rail one's Vision Line. Yeah, they did. Mike, you're right. They had some different stuff in there. Some of the prices of some of the things, though, obviously. What was it? Those flat cars with Woodside reefer on them. They were like $250. You were out of your mind, man. Out of your mind. William says he likes the SD80s, and the little tank engine is a beast. Mine actually pulled 20 scale Atlas cars. That's good. That's good. Yeah, Aaron, they do keep saying a small engine. They haven't done that one yet. I feel like that would be piss poor timing to do, and especially for everybody at third rail that's been wanting that. You know, I mean, what would you guys rather do as a toss up? Would you get a Vision Line L, or would you get a third rail? If they did a Vision Line, I mean, it's not a big engine. I mean, they proved their point that they can jam whistle steam and a swinging bell in an 080, and that's what, under 20 inches. So I'm trying to think of a price. They do an 080, it's $1,000. You're probably looking for Vision Line 475, 1,600, 1,700. I would say maybe 1,700 to be safe with today's prices. Johnny, what's up, man? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. They can get the colors and sound right, the Vision Line. How many variations of the 475 are there? I know Third Rail had a couple, but does anybody know how many variations that they would do? I mean, obviously they're going to do all that custom run crap. Dumb, or not, I shouldn't say custom run. Fantasy, like crazy fantasy versions. Chesapeake and Ohio, the macaroni and cheese. What else would they do? Who knows, but that would be one of them. William, a Vision Line for Zach. We'll give them any ideas. Aaron says the same as 90 was. Yeah, 90 was what, $1,900? But 90 was a brass hybrid. They would probably, I mean, if they're going to do a smaller one, they would probably do a Vision Line. I think they would have to brass hybrid it. Third Rail has 16 variations of 475. Sam wants the 080 switcher with the Southern War Bonds tender. That one is cool. That's visually appealing. I will get you that. Oh, Johnny, I'm sure they're all spot on accurate. Like, nothing with Third Rail isn't accurate. You're absolutely correct there. Do you think that they would sell real well, a 475 Vision Line? I mean, it makes sense for them to be on a smaller engine kick, just because I think of the prices of the bigger stuff. And what was the last big engine that they put out? Was it the was there any articulated in 20? And no, there wasn't any articulated in Volume 1, was there? So probably what, the Y6Bs were the last big engine that they put out. Jake, what's up, man? Wild Mary's here. Hide your drinks, guys. John, I was just saying that I think that people would be pretty pissed off if Line-Out releases a 475 Vision Line right now, just because of what Third Rail did. I think diehards will stick with the Third Rail. I really do. Exactly, too. That too, John. Like, guys have already ordered theirs. They're not going to back out now. And if you did back out, that's pretty crappy on you. They won't sell crap for at least 3 or 4 years. They won't. Third Rail sold 130. It's going to be a tough sell for them. Do you think any of these guys get wind? These companies get wind of, like, oh, MTH is running this, or, you know, Lionel's doing this, we shouldn't do that, or Third Rail's doing this. I don't think Third Rail's like that. Lionel Rolling Stock's junk. The newer stuff isn't really my cup of tea. Older runs, see? Exactly. All of my rolling stock that not all, a majority of my rolling stock that I have that I get from my rolling stock guy, I call him, it's all older stuff, at least 20 years old. Yeah, Sam, it would be really hard online now. Can you imagine the comparison videos? I can imagine the comparison videos. Lionel's got the sounds in their pockets. Johnny says they talk. I agree. They have to. I would think they'd have to. Jake says there's an A2 Burke on trains. How much? Which one? I get a good price on an A2 Burke. A new one? What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy? Like how you sneak in here. How much is it new? Oh, I'm sorry, not A2. I'm thinking of A1. I apologize. A1 Burke. I'd like an A2 Burke, but probably not for the price that they are listed for right now. Johnny loves Lionel. I do too. Went real hard the past few years. I feel like they've let us down. Have they let us down? I think they've let us down with not being transparent. If they talked to us, it would be different. I think everybody would have a different opinion and have a different outlook with them if they would just say, hey, this is where we're at. This is where we're going. This is what we're going to be doing. Not just like, surprise, here you go. And I kind of feel that way with MTH as well. I mean, what does MTH really put out besides like their 440s or anything like that? I just feel like stuff just comes out, and half the stuff, more than 80, 90% of the stuff, I'm not interested in it. Which again is a good thing because it leaves room for my other stuff. 1100 for an A2? Yeah, no thanks. Is it an MTH? I can run my older 6 legacy engines, and they're all specific. Okay, yeah, the 6 dash engines, right. But the new crap is the same from switches to road engine. Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm looking at getting some older stuff or finding some older stuff. Mad Mike hooked me up with a really cool Penske engine that I'm going to be picking up soon, and I'm excited for that. But again, once I get it, I won't want another one. The secrecy of the 90s was the start of the downfall. You think so, John? Craig, which Dreyfus is in the background? That is the 5454 that you see, my friend, which actually looks the most correct color. This is the fantasy variation, guys. This is the fantasy. You should see it in the catalog. It doesn't look like this. But yeah, this I got when I pulled this out of the box, I was like, it actually looks right. But I do like it. It's nice. I like the wheels. I like the disc drivers on them. It's a cool little engine. It is a cool little engine. And I think in the catalog they had them as like white wheels, but whatever. I dig it. Q2 would probably be one PRR engine I'd love to have. Yeah, I'd like a Q2. Zach gets tired of the Penske talk. Chris's trains and things. Yeah, I think he does too, Rich. I think if you're saying Chris's trains and things. Johnny says that's when I feel like they really started shafting people on the figures, not in the cars. Color's wrong and no accountability for it. I can't disagree, my friend. Zach, do you collect auto racks? Do you do auto racks? Are you an auto rack collection? I feel like you don't. Or you're not into those. Zach does have some Pensies. He's got a few. He's a couple that I wanted. He had, I think, a Decapod and a Mikado. He got two of them. I have my eye on a Decapod, and I won. Just waiting for that turbine to come in. Like I said, should be a week or two. I think a week or two. Then the next thing after that will be probably the Hudson. Probably the Hudson. Really excited for the third rail stuff, though. Really excited for that. I was talking to, well, I think I was messaging you, Mike, Man Mike, and Chris about I want to get a Vision Line triplex. I just want one. Been kind of on an eerie kick. What's the full Vista Dome, William? Vista Domes are sweet. There's if somebody would tool them, I don't know if anyone's ever done them before. I think they were Alaska. Alaska did them, but they were like a Super Vista Dome or something. They're a really neat car. I saw them pulled once in a video. I think in like 1980 in the 80s, like the Daylight was pulling them. Ultra Domes is what they were called. Ultra Domes. We do need that Aero Train, Mike. You're right. Big Rich, the MacArthur you got. MacArthur does look pretty cool. I didn't get that one. I got the classic 6200 with the smoke lifters. None of the other one. It was a tie up between that one and the one that looks like the T1. But that was a fantasy scheme, and I was like, I don't really want that. So I just decided to stick with the classic 6200 with the lifters. Yeah, Rich, I saw that price on that Y6B. That's a good looking engine. I think it's like $16.99 or something like that. That's a good looking engine. I do like it. You can always tell when Muffin's blowing stuff out because it's half of the stuff, more than half of the stuff is custom runs that he did that he can't sell. But that's okay. '20th Century Limited 2-pack. Eric Cassidy wants me to buy stuff. No, the PRR did not have Y6Bs. If they did, they might have leased them, but they never had. I don't even think they leased them. They never had Y6Bs. What's up, Dathan? How you doing, man? No, I don't like Monon. I don't like anything about Monon. Monon's terrible. Terrible. Absolutely. I anytime that there's a custom run and it's mown on, it's like, well, I'll see that being blown out in a year. Now with this Y6Bs though, they made 100 of those. Roanoke shops. They made 100 Y6Bs in real life. 100. Big Rich, you sold your big boy. You never put those two words in a sentence. Sold and big boy. So I can park my bad boy AC9, and now I'm thinking about that Y6B, which is just as big. That's. I don't know if I'm an AC9 guy. I don't know if I think I'd have to see one in person to tinker with it and see if I liked it. But the Monon loves you. No, Monon doesn't love me. Yeah, that Y6B is a fantasy that Muffin has. Yeah, Monon is boring. It's the logo's terrible. The paint schemes are horrible. Name me one good thing that the Monon had. Go ahead, I'll wait. That's right, nothing. Nothing. What's up, Darren? The hoser line. Yeah, the loser line. That was kind of gay. Did Monon run through Northumberland? Don't even start. If he gets on here, he'll find a picture of a Monon engine, I'm sure. Big Rich is going all SP. Cool, dude. Can't go wrong with Southern Pacific. They got some sweet engines. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping in. We're talking shit on Monon. I don't have anything Monon, and I will, mark my words. I will never own one thing that's Monon, ever. Nothing. Lou, what are you up to tonight? Well, tonight's beverage of choice is Elijah Gregg small batch whiskey. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good whiskey. If you guys like bourbon, I recommend it. I recommend it. Put a little bit of Pepsi in it. Diet Pepsi. Sip and enjoy. What can we sell tonight? Does anybody want to buy a SD70 ACE powered by our people? If you're going to York, I'll give you a good deal on it. Give you a deal that you can't refuse. You guys want to see it? I mean, you guys know what the paint scheme is. There you go. Runs fine. I haven't ran it in a while. It's got the box. I think it even has the outer carton. Maybe it just has the box, the shipping carton. Full legacy. I think it's from 2021 maybe. Maybe 2021. Make me an offer, guys. And I might even sell. I have a Canadian Pacific one as well. That's from 2021. Number 18. No. Yeah, row number 1881. Let me go grab that one here. get rid of this too. 1881 CP. Like I said, 2021. I think volume 1 or volume 2. Hasn't been ran much. Maybe, I couldn't even tell you how long, but thinking about parting with this one too. You guys know anybody? Got some SD70 Max down there too, BNSF. One powered, one super bass. Johnny, I'll start the bidding at $100. Something's derailing. The Southern Santa Fe War Bonnet that came out in the same line in 2021. That's nice, yeah. Yeah, it is colorful, Darren, for sure. 300. I'll get rid of my. I'm asking $300 for that. It's scale. Mine. Oh, nice, Lou. Mike's American Flyer. What's up, dude? You're good, dude. We didn't start till 8:30. You're good. Dathan, I get it, man. Being tapped out. Collecting for years. Lou, I actually, dude, I've only been collecting for 22 years. Jake's not buying anything till York. Don't blame you. 4 years. Yeah, dude. 4 years. Light Mikados? Which ones? Lou, what are you talking about? Jake, what are you waiting for? Jake wants more B&L, but always Western Maryland. Yeah, of course. Lackawanna Heritage? Oh, no, I wouldn't get rid of that. Burnsy, what's up, man? I need more Reading. You know it. More Reading, more Lehigh Valley. Burnsy, did Monon run through Northumberland? Andrew, what's up, man? Thanks for coming into the chat. Guys, why don't you welcome Andrew here? Welcome aboard, buddy. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You a fellow O-Gauger? Oh, Jake beat me to it. Lionel 242 and a 442. What super bass? It's Rich. It is the road numbers are 9526, and the super bass is a 9829. 9829 SD70 Mac. I told you Burnsy would find a picture of it. Light Mikados that were just made to dealers. I kind of like the Great Northern one. I feel lost on this. Lou, did I get the Lehigh Valley? I didn't get the gorge set. No, I did not. I want to order Lehigh Valley stuff. It's a nice looking set, though. I haven't seen very many of those. Yeah, Johnny, I'll find a picture. Everybody needs more Chesapeake in Ohio. I do. I want to get an H7. That's on the radar. Loose train. Yeah. Big Rich, do I have it here? I do. I'll get it here. Zach, what's going on, man? Good evening to you as well. Thank you for stopping in and enjoying the chat and joining in on the conversation. We're talking about a little bit of everything. Feel free to pop in your comments and questions and points of view. Weaver TMCC Lehigh Valley. I'll sell it to you. Oh, that'll be nice. Burns, you're always trying to sell me something. There's nothing wrong with that. You have the gorge set? Yeah, it is nice. Johnny, can you send me some videos of that? Or do you have videos of that running? Send me a message in Discord if you could, bud. If you wouldn't mind. I have only two C&O. The F19. The F19's nice. And the SD50 that came out recently. Nice. I'm waiting on an SD50 to come back from repair, but I haven't heard from the person that sold it to me after I've sent them 8 emails. Eight emails? Let me double check so I'm not lying to you guys. I'm actually starting to get a little irritated. Let me be transparent here. 6 emails. And the last correspondence I got from them was I sent the engine back Saturday, June 21st. Saturday, June 21st, I sent it back. That's the last time I've heard from them. So go ahead and stick that in your pipe and smoke it. I haven't. It's been almost 3 months. 3 months. 0. Zilch. Nothing. Yeah, John, for sure. Please do that. I appreciate that. Zach, what's the size of my layout? The wall you see behind you is about 20 feet. And then the wall over here to my right, which would be your left, is about 25 feet. And then it spans over just a little bit because I have the doorway right in the center of the room. Unfortunately, it's about 8 feet over, and then it kind of it spreads out here and then goes down to this section here. So when I was talking about, there's the door. That section there that you see with the mountain on it there, that's about an 8-foot section. The door, and it kind of just follows the contour here all the way around. So this back wall is about 20 feet. That's about 12 to 15 feet, something like that in there. 12 feet maybe. No, because it's still on. Lou, I wanted to get it repaired because it was under line of warranty, and at the time he said he had a couple left. I sent it back. Then he said he didn't have any, and that was it. Last I heard. And I just emailed again to somebody else a couple days ago. Still haven't heard anything back. But yeah, in a nutshell, Lou, I could have gotten it repaired, but I got it repaired just because it was still under warranty. Zach can't wait to get started on my big layout sometime next year. Big layout. What are you looking at, Zach? How big? Oh, Dathan, don't be jealous. Your layout's great. Yeah, it's shaped a little bit, Lou. If I could have done it differently, I probably would have done. Um, I would have changed. I probably would have had the lift out at the door, and then had the layout kind of spread across over on that wall here. Had this closet here, and what I would have done is I would have ran mountain work through the closet and had this whole thing be a big mountain. But again, we can always dream and we can always wish and track some of the things that we could have done. But it is what it is. On to the next layout, right? Yeah, dude. Rich, you got a good wife for doing that. My wife's actually very, very supportive too, which is nice. She's like, yeah, just take the room. It's yours. So like this whole downstairs area, which is nice. I have this whole train room here, and then you come down the steps. There's a little bit of a middle room, but that's where the old part of the house was. All of this, like this room here over, was added on years later. So it's just concrete masonry, like super, super thick. And there's a couple steps that go up. So it would have been really awkward to do a layout that continues over because it would have only been probably 2 feet off the ground. Room will be 20 by 22. That's a good size room, dude. Like you can do a lot in a big room. You can do a lot. Track planning. Yeah, when I did mine, I didn't really. My track plan was kind of like what I thought was just going to work for me. I'm not much of a operations guy. Like I don't think most O-scale guys are anyway. Some are, I guess, but I don't know a lot that do routinely. Like if I come down here and run a train, it's just going to go around in a loop or something like that. But I have switches. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got like 11 switches that I can. Every single track is connected. I can't tell you. The only time that I really use a lot of switching is like right inside here on this loop right to the right of me, where you see this Bernsey, where you see this Lehigh Valley car. That leads to the roundhouse. So I switch off through there a lot, clearly, and then off of the loop that's right on the other side of the loop the Penske engine's running on is the loop of the other direction of the inlet to the roundhouse. So I have 2 entrances to the roundhouse off the second loop, and then in the back side here, I have it off of the third loop, so I can have stuff kind of intertwine and interplay with each other. See, Burnsy's got them. I got photos of the X-Moan on C420s in the region. That does count, Burnsy. That absolutely does count. 9 by 5, 9.5 by 8. That's a nice size layout. That's cool. The boiler and water, knock them out. You don't need those. I'm kidding. James must be busy getting set up for Indianapolis. Goals to add 2 to 3 main lines, large turntable. Would like to model the old PPL coal plant from Shamokin Dam. Well, my dad worked for 30 years. Maybe add a coal car tipper. Well, Zachary, I live in Williamsport, so Shamokin's not far from me. It's about an hour. I've been down that region a lot. Yeah, dude, if you need any references, get a hold of Burnsy. He knows everything about everything. Reading, Lehigh Valley, Northumberland, anything Penske in that area. He's your dude. At some point here, we're gonna get a layout. I'd like to start a club layout. Yeah, don't confuse that with Shamokin. You're right. It's a little different, but he knows all that stuff. Well, Shamokin Dam, it's right down there by Northumberland. It's kind of looking at the Philly and Reading Decapod that came out recently. I can't find one now. Oh, a 210? A 210 Decapod? Russian? Smoking. That's BFE. Johnny, thank you. Appreciate it. I'll check them out. Make sure I save them here, my friend. How you guys gonna have a live? How you guys gonna be chatting? This guy's chatting. This guy's voice chatting. I got a live stream going. How you gonna do that to me, Zach? Huh? How you gonna do that to me, Zach? Lou, you're still looking for one? I can see if I can find one. I bought an Erie one. That guy right there. That's a 210. I didn't see the Philadelphia and Reading one though. Where I got this one. I got this one in Nashville. I don't think they had it. I can call down and ask them though if they do. That is a nice. If I didn't want the Erie one, I would have wanted the Philadelphia and Reading one. That one is really nice. Casual looking. There's no casual looking. I think there are a few Erie ones out there. I got this one for a smoking deal. You don't even want to know. Well, it was a good deal. Sly Cat, North Central PA. I am North Central PA. Lou, I have a long list too. William says his grandson has the Erie Decapod. It's a nice Decapod, dude. 2445. Is that the road number? I'm sure, because that's the one I have. It's a nice Decapod. I love the chuff on this one. Just got the Atlas 280. Great little steam engine. Zach, how do you feel about that engine? Do you think it was worth it for the money, or do you think it should have been cheaper? Just my thoughts out loud. It looks nice. In fact, I'm paralyzed on my next purchase because I love deals. And the 3 items I want are all full MSRP. Oh, that's not good. MSRP and full aren't good. I'm looking for a triplex, guys. Vision Line triplex. Anybody have any links on one? Anybody at all? Has some parts that are molded in, but it doesn't really matter. It runs great and has a really nice high pitch. I think I've heard the whistle. Was it the one that RJ did a video on? It has the same whistle. I'm sure. Virginian triplex, Zach. That's nice. I just wish they would have done it prototypically. It should have been a 28884. If I'm stuck, maybe I'll just say for York. It's a good way to think, man. Like, York's only a month out, a little over a month out. Aaron, Hobby Express in Cranberry, PA. They have a triplex? I would probably take any road number. If I could pick one, I would pick the Matt Shea 2603. Nice, Zach. We'll have to hook up. You have to look me up. You guys can send me a message in Discord if you want, and I'll give you my cell phone number, and we can stay in contact and hook up and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with that. I love connecting with other people. Freeing up funds for splurging at York. That fund of that word splurging and funds goes very, very quickly at York, because you're like, at least for me, it does. I'll be at York on Friday too, Zach. Absolutely. I will be there. Me and my wife. You can get some deals at York. You can. Absolutely you can. Um if you're smart about it and you have other people, it helps too to have other people like kind of like looking out for you. Um Freaking flies. Yeah, rolling stock you can get, that's like Gersbowski's is who I use for rolling stock when I'm at York. I've 90% of the rolling stock that I buy when I'm there is from Gersbowski's. Train Loft has them. Triplexes. Found a great black bonnet Santa Fe Northern from York last year. But that's sweet looking, Zach. If I could find anything, if something that I could find at York that I would probably not turn away from, it would be a Northern, a Santa Fe Northern. Preferably, I think 2912. I don't want 2926. That one. Empire State Express. Probably, preferably Lionel. I would take an MTH one. I know that Muffin has some on sale right now. I think like 1200 or something like that for Empire State. Dathan is not planning, in quotes, loose quotes. You're picking things up. Yeah, I'm picking things up too. I'm not planning on buying anything else either. I have a couple things I'm picking up, but I'm not planning on buying anything else either. Yeah, Zach. Let's get a picture of that. I secured my Santa Fe Northern, and I'm very happy for it. What road number did you get, Lou? Two Santa Fe Northers, love running them. Geez, Zach. One black bonnet and the other from Fast Freight. Oh, the Fast Freight set. Very nice. Can't remember the number. Yeah, I don't remember the number of that one either. There's not a lot of people that do black bonnets. Some people do. A lot of people stay away from it. I don't know. A 210-4. My 210-4 is the J1. It's a Pansy, of course. 3759. Nice. Also wanted to let you guys know too, the store, the Tattoo Train store, is going to be up pretty soon. So if you guys have an interest in some shirts, I have one mock-up design. Actually, not one mock-up. This design here is going to be like an exclusive run. That's going to look really, really neat. But my other one, like my regular logo, that you see probably on my YouTube channel and things like that here, that's going to be on some stuff as well. But this one, I had one of my really good friends made this for me. So tell me what you guys think of this. She actually did all of this, and I really want your feedback because it's going to be on. I'm going to put it on some shirts and whatever. So tell me what you think of that. Of course, it's a J1. It's a Texan guy getting it tattooed on his arm, clearly. So that would be really cool. As like a full, like a think of like a T-shirt, but like obviously like a full logo on like the back or something like that. So tell me what you guys think about that. Would you rock that? Let me know. I want Santa Fe black bonnet from Pat's. I thought about getting a Hiawatha. Ooh, a Hiawatha. I haven't heard that word in a while. What happened to the Hiawatha craze? Like so many people wanted them, and then it's like gone. Oh, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, look out for that logo. Like if that's something that you guys think that you would buy, I mean, I'm excited about that. There's a guy that sells these ride or die hoodies that have logos that look like that. Oh yeah, nice. I wanted to go for that look. I don't want to just like emblem whatever, and I wanted to go for that. Zach, since you're in Williamsport area, you're familiar with Ralph K and his amazing layout collection. Ralph Keller? Of course I know Ralph Keller. I've been to his layout. He lives 10 minutes from me. Darren Grant, awesome design. That's awesome, 100%. I think Eric bought all the Hiawatha. He did buy a lot of Hiawathas. I actually got him hooked up with one. Actually, Zach and I did. When I was down in Nashville, they had he was looking for the 120th anniversary one, or the 120th anniversary, or whatever it was. Lionel 120. And I told Zach, I said, it wasn't Eric looking for this? And sure enough, Eric called down and he got it from him. Need that shirt by York. I'll get him out, man. Rich Severino. Extra large. Buddy, how are you doing? Guys, Rich Severino is he's a friend of mine. He lives local. He's got a nice layout. He's got a huge freaking layout. And he's got some awesome trains. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Nah, it's okay, dude. Ralph's a cool dude. Do you know he has like his entire like chest is tattooed? Did you know that, Zach? Burnsy, you know Ralph too? Rich, are you drinking anything tonight? Or are you just kind of chilling out? Sedana, what's up, dude? How are you? Yeah, you're all good, dude. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. You visit him every Christmas? Well, why don't you stop by and visit me? I live 10 minutes from him. Let me know. I'd love to see you come over. Check out the layout. Bring some trains with you. Send me a message. If you're on Discord. If you're not, we'll figure out another way. Yeah, guys, Rich Severino's he's one of my he's like one of the few O scale guys in the area that like, besides like Ralph and stuff like that I consider to be really good friends. He's a great guy. Big Rich wants a man size. We'll get you big ones, bud. He did work at Frito-Lay. I'll tell you what, dude, Zach, that guy bleeds orange and blue. He absolutely did. I talked to him about MTH. I thought he was going to throw me out of his house. I'm not kidding you, man. I thought he was going to throw me out of his house. Ralph comes to me when he needs tech help with legacy stuff. Really, Burnsy? I didn't know that. Last time I was there, he had like a stack of stuff that he didn't even unbox yet. But he's got trains everywhere. Sedana, what are you running tonight? What projects are you working on lately? Rich, are you still working on your did you figure out your turntable yet? I know you were talking about it a while ago. Have you figured that out yet? Just found you last week. Drinking starts on Thursdays, Rich. Yeah, it does. Not here, it doesn't. Dude, Zach, did you get the one from Train Loft? Please do. Zach, send me an email. Here's my email, guys. For those of you who want it, send me an email with your info, and we'll have you over. I'm going to do an open house again I did one last year, kind of like a light one in December. Actually, Rich was here. Severino, he was here. Rich, I'll get you more information on that too when we do it again. Love to have you down. Bullshit and all that stuff would be great. Old cars too, yeah. Rich likes his old cars. Well, Burnsy's fine. He won't do anything to my layout. He knows. Rich, let me know. Send me a text. I'll come help you. I'll help you. Did you put it in yet or no? Did you drop your turntable in or not yet? It's hard to do with one person. It's impossible to do with one person, actually. Ralph's cousin who worked at English's was a purple box all the way. Did he? What was his name? Burnsy. Because that's where like Rich and I did all of our shopping. Severino, we did all our shopping there. Now it's Toy Train Heaven. But yeah, Ralph Keller's a good guy. He was very open when I came to his layout. He was very nice to me. Yep, the full car matching passenger e-cars and freight cars. My wife wants to cuddle. Can you bring me some more ice, please? That's hilarious that you brought that sign down, by the way. I actually just used this because I poured in here. And then I was like, well, yeah, I guess you can. Stand by, guys. Oh, my wife. Sedano, you're not going to York? I'll send you pictures of it on Instagram. We chatted earlier. Oh, Zach, you're right. We did. I'm sorry. The names. There's so many different names. Please do, Zach. Thanks, Rich. In the basement, baby. You know where she's at. You were here. Rich is the only guy on this feed that's ever been to my layout. Every time I ever bring something to the club, I haven't tried it yet. I'll bring something with my personal collection. Thanks, dear. Could you grab me another soda too? I just realized it. Sorry. Again, guys, we're drinking a little Elijah Craig small batch bourbon whiskey. I miss going to English's. I do too. I remember going there as a little kid in the 80s when my dad would take us down. This is when they were at their old location. And Vern was there. And Richard was there. We're talking about Englishes. These guys know Englishes. Oh. Bernsey knows all about it. Bernsey knows everybody.
It's not here anymore.
It's there. It's there in spirit. It's Toy Train Heaven now. No, it's not the same. You're right. Time for you to go. Heading to bed. We'll shoot you a few pictures. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in, man. Have a great evening yourself. Get some rest, buddy. Rich, are you the guy that gives all the MTH stuff to Dwayne? Are we making another connection here? I want Rich to bring over his. He's got a Shay, MTH Shay that I want him to bring over. I want to run that. We'll pull some New York Central 20th Century limited passenger cars with it. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I appreciate you. We're right around 200 subs, but whatever. It is what it is. Like I said, it's not why we do this. We do this because we're a family. We do it because we're a family. Spine cars are for a Shay. I think, yeah, I think Rich has some log loads and stuff like that. I think he has some skeleton cars or skeleton loads or spine cars, like you were saying. I think he does. Pretty sure he does. Up, it's a different Rich Burnsy. Burnsy knows everyone. How many Riches do you know, Burnsy? Rich, have you gotten anything lately? Do you have anything on pre-order? You have anything that you're looking for, or that you got your eye on? Too many, Burnsy. Burnsy, do you have anything that you're getting anytime soon? Anything that you got your eye on, or your projects you're working on? What Hudson are you getting, Rich? Or the Vision Line ones? I got the Pacemaker Mohawk, or not the Mohawk, the Pacemaker scheme. I feel like we talked about this. Maybe we didn't. Only one big Rich. Just two Riches on here. One big one, and then Severino. You're getting the Pacemaker one as well? I think Rich has a... No, New York. Oh, you're doing New York. Okay, nice. Rich has the... we were talking a while ago when he was here. He has, I think, 12... Correct me if I'm wrong, Severino. You have 1238 Vision Line, the Class A. I have 1218. I feel like you had 1238. I got a couple projects in the pipeline. I'm just too busy with school. Might not get to them for a while. No worries, man. I get it. Life happens. Line Master Pacemaker Hudson. It's very nice. I'm sure the Vision Line one will be excellent. Yeah, the Vision Line one's going to be nice. It is. I mean, it's going to be expensive, but it's going to be nice. I mean, I think everybody needs to have a couple Hudsons in their collection. You know, they're iconic. They're classic. $1238. Yeah, I thought you had 1230. That's a nice engine. I'm telling you guys, I feel as though the Class A's are the nicest Vision Lines that have been released in some time. And you also have 4014, I think, Rich, as well, right? The big boy. Aaron's got 3 Hudsons. Jeez, well, back up. I'm kidding, man. Did you order the 1238 from English's, Rich? I bet he did. I got 1218 from English's. Dathan, you got to get a Hudson, man. Everybody has a Hudson. Not everybody, but you got to get a Hudson. They're iconic. They're classic. Call yourself a model railroader. You don't have a Hudson. I'm just kidding with you. Some people hate the New York Central. Like I said on a couple feeds ago, there are people out there in this area that they do not like New York Central. They just don't like it. I think 2022 is when I got my Class A. Late 2022. I think it was actually it was December. English has ordered 2 1238s. I know now where both are. Another file in the Burnsy file. He knows where everything is. He knows everybody. He knows how everything operates in Pennsylvania. Jesus mighty. I have a Legacy one with Line Master and a Lion Chief. They had a Lion Chief one? Of a Class A? Really? Bernsey has no Bernsey. Hudson's ran through this area. What are you talking? You need a Hudson. Do you guys have a favorite engine that you really like favor more than anything that you're just like, oh, it fits like a glove. I'm gonna run that one. That one's just great. Isn't someone selling one on Zach's Discord? The one RBP has. He had a 1218, I think. Darren has 2773 Hudsons. Need a Vision Line one next. There you go, buddy. Darren, did you order one? I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on a Commodore Vanderbilt. Thinking about it. Thinking. Not Lionel M1s. I only have 4. Best engine and no skill. I can't argue that, Bernsey. The M1s are beautiful. I have one. 6888. And it's ironic because I got 6888. I actually have a picture of 6918, I believe, on the wall here that my grandfather took in 1951. And I bought 6888. And then he had a video of Pennsy Railroad, and I just wanted to watch it while I was working on something or whatever. And they were talking about the M1, and won't you believe it, the only one that they were talking about was 6888. I was like, well, this is weird. You want to see the Hudson first? What do you mean by that? You need a Vision one next, but you want to see what it looks like first? I don't know, Bernsey. I have to look. I don't know if it wasn't Newberry. Was 6888 in Newberry? Because I can spit and hit Newberry from here. Big Rich, you wanted 6888. Muffins out. I waited too long. I pre-ordered mine because I knew I like the front end of that one. I like the detail on that one the most. Lou, of course you do. I'm in the same position as you. I have an L1. I have 1369. I have 6888, and I need to get an I1. I need a Decapod. The crappy thing is about the Decapods and even the Mikados is that you need 2 of them. You know, when you saw them rolling down the tracks, if they're pulling loads and stuff like that, they lashed up. So I don't know, Bernsey. Do you think I should just stick with one? Bernsey is like the best PRR guy with knowledge that there is. He knows all about it. If you have a question relating to any of that stuff, ask Bernsey first and he'll approve it. He'll stamp it. I'm sure he has some sort of like seal of approval. What M1 is cool to get? Dude, any of them are good. I like the long tender. I like the coast to coast tender. One concern that you had with the I1 was supposedly that it was the same motor setup as L1, which had a problem. I haven't heard anybody having any problems with I1s. I haven't had anybody say that the I1s were a problem. L1s, I've heard people talking about like something with the gearing when they would go in reverse, but not I1s. That's news to me. If that's something that is a case. Could very well be, but I don't know. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, be that 200th subscriber. I'm at 199. I'm slacking. I can make more videos. Yeah, Darren, I thought the I1s were fine. They were all right. What's a good price for an I1? Lou, I have 2 L1s, and my LV-L1 has a light version of their problem. It doesn't lock up, but it has gear noise louder than I care for. Based on what I learned, that shouldn't cook the engine. No, it should be fine. You'll be good. Burnsy's pair, of course, he has a pair of I1s and his pair of L1s are a little iffy. I have 2, so luckily when I run them together, they correct themselves. Okay. So you get 2, eliminate your problem. What good PRR steam would have pulled Woodside reefers? Burnsy, answer that, please. Guys in your Woodside reefers. It's great. Thought about applying the fix to the L1 and put the shim that solves it. Wonder if it's worth the adventure. I mean, if it bothers you, dude, I mean, it's not. It's worth a try. It's definitely worth a try. Mine, luckily, knock on my layout, it runs fine, forward and reverse. I have, like I said, I have 1369. Thought about applying to fix the L1. Yeah, we read that. Burnsy, D16SB or an H3. Both made by MT. Does MTH still have that tooling, Burnsy? Okay. My Penske L1 runs flawless through, and it's my more favorite one. Dude, that thing's a Polar too. Mine is. That thing is a freaking beast. I like the stack, the way that it's I like the MTH stacks, how they go like straight down. They don't have like, it's not the stack and then it's like another little hole inside. But I know that shoots up stuff differently. But anyway, I like the way that the smoke that comes out of that pours out of those MTH ones. Some people hate it, but I like the Banshee whistle. I mean, on certain things, I don't want a Banshee whistle on an M1 or a turbine. What's up, Sleeves? Thanks for stopping in, dude. I like the video or the post that you put up earlier on Instagram. The Banshee on the L1. I don't know what I use on the L1 right now. It's not the Banshee, but I'll probably set it to that. Yeah, dude. Of course, Sleeves. Anytime, man. Anytime. What whistle did the J1s have, Burnsy? Were they a 6 chime? The Penske ones. Three chime. They were a 3 chime. Lou's favorite whistle is a tie between the Class A and the Big Boy. For me, it's a Class A, hands down. I'd take that over a Big Boy any day. I like that high pitch, just that haunting sound. Might be one of my favorite whistles. Very iconic, very distinctive. I like the Hudson whistles too. MTH GS2 whistle is your favorite. Which proto sound what, Darren? I never know what I'm getting when you get freaking proto sound stuff anymore. It's ridiculous. Are you sure that your grandfather's film? Dude, it was 6888. I'm telling you, it was 6888. He didn't film it. It's a video that he bought. I don't know where he bought. It was like an independent film, but it's 6888. Because as soon as I heard that, I was like, That's odd. PS2 with updated MTH PS2 sound file. Some of that stuff, is that a lot of work, Darren? I haven't had to upgrade. I mean, I don't have a lot of. I have 2 MTH engines that are Steam. Is that a lot of work to like change sound files? And can you customize? Like, if I have a whistle that I like that they don't have it, can you record something and like drop it into an engine or anything like that? Because on my Daylight, I like the whistle from the 80s, but the one that's on it now, it's pretty darn close, but I'd like it to be a little closer. I'd like it to be a little bit more the whistle that I remember as a kid. I'm thinking it was like from like basically all of the 80s. Pretty much maybe even late 70s too. I'm not real big on, or I don't really understand much of like how to change files and stuff like that. I know it's a process, and I've seen people do it and things like that. I just don't. I haven't tinkered with it at all. I just have the Daylight, and then I have the. Oh, you probably can't see it from here. Yeah, right over there. The Challenger and the Greyhound paint scheme. Darren's mine was a 5-volt PS2 upgraded to 3-volt, so the sound got updated with the new board. Also got 4 chops per revolution. Nice. I'm also looking for a. I don't know if they'll rerun them again, or if MTH like exclusively has the tooling, but maybe I'll talk to Third Rail. The 60/60 consolidation from Canada. The sound file stuff is rather easy. I had Sid record me a sound of the file PFA for the PRR train 570, the Buffalo Day Express. That was the big passenger train through our area. Williamsport is a stop. Nice. So it's pretty easy to do, Burnsy. So like, can I record that sound? Like, how accurate is it going to be when you like can you quill it or no? M1 6871 is cool. Looks the same, but tender looks better on 6888. We'll get you one, Rich. Don't worry, you'll find one. You want a long tender. Dathan, thanks for stopping on, man. I appreciate you. Have a safe night as well, and we'll see you on the next one, my man. Model Railroad Show, what's up? How we doing? I know, dude. I'm 1 away from 200. Milestone, right? Trying to make it happen. Trying to change lives, one train at a time. The recording of the sounds is a little difficult. I haven't done that myself. Yeah, see, I'm curious. Maybe if these companies would just get the damn whistle right the first time. Do your goddamn research. Excuse my language. And then, you know what, guys? I'll say that. That's one thing that annoys me about the Lionel stuff. Stop putting the freaking Y6B Hooter and the freaking Class A Hooter on everything, or the Norfolk and Western Hooter. Stop putting it in everything. I'm tired of hearing the freaking Norfolk and Western Hooter in every freaking steam engine that they put out. For crying out loud, it's in my freaking mountain, my New Haven mountain. Stop doing that. I even think it's in my 765. Right, Aaron. Like, stop doing it. We don't want to hear that bullshit. Put it in the Y6Bs, the appropriate engines, and leave it out of the rest of the things. You have that. Is that Hooter in the 844? I'm firing this thing up right now. You're not serious. If that Hooter's in here, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna be pissed. This is the accurate whistle for this engine. It's a Challenger. Could somebody tell me why? Can you tell me why? Why is that in there? I give up. I give up. It's a Hooter. It is Lionel's favorite whistle. Stop putting it in their engines. That's the big boy one. Which that's a little more higher pitched. Which I would rather have them put the next one in, which is a lower pitch in this. But this is the actual one for the 844. Or the 844. But this is a sin. That's a sin. That's a sin.
Tower, ready to make our pull. Can we get permission to occupy the main? Over. Hold your position. Out.
Sleeves. Why'd you have to point that out to me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just put an NW Hooter on a freaking 060 switcher. They do need to get different bells. Yeah, if that 844, if this one here, if it wouldn't have had that whistle, the one that I like, the accurate one, I wouldn't have bought it either. That's one of the reasons why I didn't buy the MTH 611. Because it has the same freaking whistle as my Daylight. Wrong. I don't know, Lou. I feel like you're justifying something to me that I don't want to hear. They do not need to have that whistle in every freaking engine. Hey guys, here's an 040. Put an NW Hooter on it. It's like, what are we doing? I wish Lionel put real 4014 sounds in their big boy, just like him. Yeah, they did. It's like, take the time to, like, if you guys are going to make a model, make it freaking right. Make the sounds right. Stop. I bet you the turbine that's coming, that'll have an NW Hooter in it too, won't it? Sure it will. You know that the MTH sound file in your GS4 is meant for a J class? It sounds pretty close to the 4449 though. In my opinion, the one that I heard. They do need to update the whistles. What did Dave Olson said something about they were going forward something about diesel sounds. So hopefully because something with the ET44s, they recorded something crazy with with like got all new sounds or something like that. They need to do that with the Steam stuff. Like I'm tired of hearing the same exact Steam sounds in every single fucking locomotive. Change it up. Like seriously, we want to hear new stuff. I mean, I might as well just buy a freaking blank engine and throw whatever sounds in it I want. Might as well just do blue. Let's just do Blue Nami. Let's just go Blue Nami, full Blue Nami. I feel like with Lionel, you have to accept some stuff being off. It's interesting though, very expensive. Do I get one special third rail engine, which will be near perfect in detail? You do. You will. Blue. It will be perfect in detail. Not near perfect. It will be perfect. That guy should get paid overtime. He should get paid overtime, right? For me, I just don't understand. I just don't get how, like, if you're going to make a model, you know people that are going to be true to the model and they're going to know everything about that model, especially if they're going to buy it. They're going to know the ins and outs of it. They're going to know what it looks like down to a T. They're going to know all the detail about it. And then you go ahead and you just screw up the sound file. Why? Get it right. It's not difficult. The 844 doesn't have a freaking N&W hooter. It doesn't. Not even close. Don't even make it an option. Give it all the UP hooters. Give it different variations of like the big boy or whatever. Put the Challenger in it, obviously, like that. Leave, like, separate it. I mean, they put the Banshee whistle in it. You can. Exactly. Like you have people right in front of you that can record this stuff. Like a pet peeve of mine is, guys, I might be going on a tangent here. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what? I don't apologize. But the people that the voice of Lionel that we hear the most, who are they? Let me know. Tell me in the chat, guys. What voices do you hear the most at Lionel? Who are they? Chad's Trains, what's up, man? We're in deep right now, my friend. It's Dave Olson and Ryan Kunkel. The two people that you hear the most voices from, they put in their engines. Why would you do that? Why would you do that when you have all these other employees, or you have go out and get people that are actually that work on the railroad or that have worked with steam engines, get them to do the crew talk dialogue? Why do I need to hear Dave Olson's voice in an engine when I hear him on a live stream or when I hear him talking about Lionel engines? Why do I need to have why do I need to hear his voice? Why do I need to hear Ryan's voice? You want to make it more prototypical? Go out in the freaking warehouse for somebody who's packing trains up, have him come in and be like, hey, say these lines. You don't know who it is. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Big Mac Dave. Jesus mighty. Yeah, I jumped out. Not in the middle of this topic. Yeah, you did, bro. It's just like, it's like NW1218. Like, it's Dave Olson. Dave Olson wasn't even near that engine. He wasn't even born around that engine. Has nothing to do with that engine. Just get somebody else. Make it easier. Like, I don't care if you need to like stroke your own ego and be like, oh, that's my voice on that. Like, get out of here. If you want to do it prototypical and you want to like honor the heritage of the engine or the railroad, get the actual people that were involved in the railroad that would want to do it, or get somebody else that we don't hear a voice from a lot. I don't need to hear you blabbering, oh, this is engine 1200. I don't care. It's just, to me, it's ridiculous. And yeah, exactly. Why did they use, and who's Rich Melvin? Chad, tell me who Rich Melvin is. Aaron, Strasburg 90s from the railroad. Exactly. Sleeves, exactly. He's the 765 engineer. So of course it's going to sound right because he's done it. It's authentic. Like us modelers, we go further beyond just like knowing it's a great model. We know the history of the engine. We know people that have like worked on the engine. We know the engineers. We know people that are the firemen. We know the crew. You know, some of us do anyway. Like make those sounds and make those people a part of that heritage, a part of that history. It's going to make that engine that much more special for people to want to have. Hey, Rich Melvin's voice is on 765, or Sean, I believe is his name. You know, there's crew talk dialogue on the engine from 2102 down from Reading and Northern. That type of stuff is gonna want people that it just solidifies everything for people to be like, wow, they really took the time to hone in on this thing and to make it sound like it's something that really actually truly belonged out in the world, not just well, let's just pump people's brains full of piss and just say, oh, well, it's whatever. Boy, it just grinds my gears. Lou says that's where the 2200 went for the engine. Yeah. Hey, whatever, dude. Like, they got what other whistle did they put on there though? They have the ghost whistle on there. Again, an iconic thing that I remember as a kid going and listening to or hearing when my parents took me on an excursion run with that engine, parking in the middle of the mountain or on the one side and then going up to the other side of the mountain. It would honk whap the whistle and you would hear it echo back. That's the stuff that people are like, wow, that's really, really cool. That's a great feature. They went the extra mile to do that. I'm going to buy that engine because there's nothing else that's like that. No other engine has ever done anything like that than the Ghost Whistle. And I will say that Lionel did a fantastic job reincarnating that. They did. Yeah, exactly, Aaron. The Ghost Whistle was a really cool feature. Like imagine like putting it on your layout and hitting the Ghost Whistle. People know that. People can relate to that because I remember seeing that or hearing it. That's all they need to do, Chad. It's very, very simple. Exactly. They just give them a script. This is what you say. Talk to an engineer. Hey, what do you guys say? What's your cab chatter? What do you typically say to each other? Done. Done. Now, does it get expensive? Maybe it does. Sure. But I don't want to buy the same 3 or 4 different steam engines and hear one, the same chuff, hear the same whistle options, and 3, the same crew talk. I don't want to hear it. It just turns me off to the model. It really just turns me off to the model. Do they do? Did TMCC do cap chatter and crew talk dialogue? Did they have that? And if they did, like how is it compared to Legacy? For those of you that have it, I appreciate you guys listening to me rant. I appreciate you being on here and being interactive with me here. I think it's fantastic. Thank you so much for listening to me jabber on. I appreciate it. That's my complaint about MTH engines is that if you've heard one, you have. You're right. The thing with, okay, 1 second here. Let's see. Sleeve says, I will say I've seen the new ET44 and they also have new voices as well. And they have. I will say that. Like, that's what got us into this conversation, Sleeve, is that they were modernizing sounds and putting new sounds into these new engines. The diesels, at least. I don't know about steam, but I know diesels they were talking about putting more sounds in, different things like that. I don't know if the cab chatter is going to be a little bit different. If it is, great, awesome, cool. TMCC was way better than modern Legacy, in my opinion, especially the later TMCC. Okay, I believe you there. Offer the winner of the Lenny Award to volunteer to be the next Mr. Lion now. But going back to like what Chad's Trains was saying about MTH. I like MTH engines. I do. Disclaimer, guys. Like I like all these engines. I do, or we won't be sitting here talking. Like, there's a reason. However, we're allowed to voice our opinions and things like that. With MTH, I feel like it's very cartoonish. Oil up those side rods, will ya? Like, I don't think it was said that way. You know, she's in good shape. Pretty sure they didn't say that either. If they did, it wasn't. It just seems like it's very eccentric the way they're saying it. I'm gonna blow her down, or what's the other ones that they say on MTH? I don't know. There's a couple, but they're, I don't know. Let's move on. Next Vision Line feature for a diesel will be a fire from a blown turbocharger. Don't put it past them, dude. I mean, look at the auto racks that they put out with all the headlights going off, or hot box reefers. Hot box reefers. Oh, I don't know, fellas. I don't know. Hopefully by next show, we will have more. We'll be closer to hopefully the S2 turbines being here. I will say that I do like that the fact that they have the option, not the option, but it's going to have the actual turbine feature where there's no chuffs, because obviously that engine didn't have chuffs in real life. But if you do want it to chuff, you can. Cool. That's awesome. I know we think steam engines, people like the sound of chuffing. But running it prototypically, I'm glad that they're doing that. And that they're adding the different features too. I think different sounds as it backs up and stuff like that, which is nice, which is really, really nice. I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. Well, my hair's a freaking mess. Sorry, guys. Not that you care, but Jesus mighty. I think the impact sensor they're putting in the rolling stock is a good idea. Great if you do a lot of switching. Yeah, I think it gives you an extra step, and like I said, again, being interactive, which I think that's one thing that Lionel excels at over the other companies, is that they want features that are fun for people. Station Sounds Diner's car, like saying like, oh, this isn't open yet, or the lounge, this car's not open yet, or whatever it is. Being interactive that way, I think, is kind of cool. Their training passenger cars that they put out. Now, would I use them much? I mean, yeah, they're cool. Like I said, I think I've said before in past videos, yeah, they're really neat to have for like visitors coming over and things like that, and to do it like once in a while. But it's not something that I sit down. Like I wouldn't sit down at my layout and run a train and be like, oh, I'm going to activate my hot box reefer. I just wouldn't do it. Have the thing like freaking going off like a fire detector in your house. It's just not something that I would do. It's just one of those things that's cool to kind of like see it, and it's like, neat. What engine can you not wait to see, Aaron? The diesel with the blown turbocharger. I'm assuming turbocharger. I'm assuming. Oh, the S2. Yeah, the S2 is gonna be cool. I'm excited for the S2. Chad says there is such a thing as too much sound on model trains. Big sounds and a little space is overload. True. That's true too. I mean, from a prototypical lens, Yeah, it can be. It can be a lot. Um, it can be a lot on your senses to be like, there's so much going on. Well, think of like a superset. I mean, or think of the set that's coming out, the the F3 set, the Santa Fe set, with a sound A, a sound B, a sound, two sound Bs, and another sound A, and then how many sound cars? Like that's a lot of sound coming at you, and to be able to like absorb all that in, I think would be a little bit overwhelming. Again, I think it's something that you would do like once or twice and be kind of like done with it. I mean, there's engines here that I run that, like this Jeep right now, that's turned down. Do I hit crew talk dialogue on it? Once in a blue moon, not much. If somebody wants to hear it, if they're here like at the layout, maybe, but I don't use it a lot. But if I do use it, I want it to be fairly authentic. Sleeve says, which Challenger do you got back there? That is 3989. That's MTH Proto Sound 3. 3989? Yeah, 3989 Challenger. And the Greyhound scheme. I like the Greyhound scheme. Lou says, I do like some of the Marel sounds and certain effects, like the sparkling sounds of the GG1s, the sparking sounds of the GG1s. That is cool. Yep, I do like that. It'd be really cool if you had like real catenary. That'd be really neat. I think the New York Central Hudson passenger set coming out has all of the best for sound, all that beat for sound. It might, yeah, because they have like a bunch of different sleeper sounds cars and stuff, whatever those are going to do. Can't wait for that set to come in. It's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be loud. It's just gonna be a lot of different things coming at you. What'd you find, Big Rich? The New York Central Hudson from the latest release sleeves. I think that's from 2025 Volume 1. Yeah, I think it's 2025 Volume 1. I don't know anybody that pre-ordered that. Oh, the Challenger. The Challenger is one of the newest ones. Yeah, it's. I could tell you. Yeah, it's this one right here. It's that one right there. Sleeves. What's up, Chooch? How we doing, buddy? I got that Challenger from Chris Collar. Chooch, what video did you put out? Did you put it on Instagram? I gotta switch my account over here. Let's see. Oh, jeez. I was telling some guys earlier that my next engine that I want to get, well, it's on my list, is the triplex. I want to get one. Oh, ugly engine challenge. What engine did you run? Cripes, I could just put a Penske engine on the layout and he'd think that's ugly. I'll do it with the S2 because I know how much of an S2 fan he is. Anybody else in here have a S2 on order? A Marks undecorated. Nice. Nope, but I'm not missing out. Touche sleeves. Touche. Do you have the MacArthur on order, Rich? Chad's not a Penske collector. What's your railroad of choice, Chad? I don't have any passenger cars for mine. I'm gonna have to get some. Some Broadway limited passenger cars. Those would be nice. Chooch is a Penske guy. BNO, CNO, Western Maryland, and Chessie. Those are some great railroads. You cannot go wrong with those. Not at all. What's your guys' least favorite railroad? Monon. Amtrak. Norfolk Satan. I've never heard that before. That's good, dude. That's good. I don't like Norfolk Southern either. Not in the least. Love-hate relationship with the New Jersey train. Really? Sleeves, what you gotta have a least favorite? What's one that you're just like, ugh, everything they put out's just like mediocre at best? Soon to be the UP. Yeah, that's right. Fan of the Monon? I'd be a fan if it never existed. It's a railroad I take to work each day into New York City. Trust me, you work a full day and sit in Penn Station waiting in a packed room for 30 minutes for a train home. No Amtrak for me. Okay, I've got one. CPKC. Okay. You'll understand. I get it, man. Hey. Totally understand. Amtrak, yep. The Monon is The Monon is Muffin's favorite. He'd make anything Monon if he could. Anything. Delays, cancel trains, etc. Yeah, it could get frustrating. I could see how that would be something that you get really pissed off about. There you go. I mean, tip to the hat to something that you. But see, that's a little different, Lou, because like you're like, it's part of your life. You know, it's part of your lifestyle. So love hate, yeah. Even Mrs. Muffin. Monon is for morons. good. Very good sleeves. That's really good. Oh gosh, the Monon. Probably for me, my top are obviously. I've never heard of Monon before I started this hobby. It lasted for a good while, so I hear. I mean, maybe it did, but Big Rich has a thing for Monon. Big Rich, what are you doing? What is the worst paint scheme? Oh, let me think about that. Worst paint scheme. Monon. Paint schemes are terrible. Terrible. Toledo and Peoria? I don't know. That's a tough question, man. There's lots of probably paint schemes that I'd have to really think to think of the ones that are really bad. I mean, every railroad's got one. Wrong for the engine. Excuse me. That's tough, guys. That's a good question. The all gray. Did you like the gray with the blue though, Chad? I have a CSX. It's an old 027. That one's okay. New York light blue and yellow race trains like it. Light blue and yellow race train. Okay, race trains likes it. Okay, I got you. Chessie had a lot of good paint schemes. Santa Fe has a lot of good paint schemes. I'll tell you, probably one of my favorites, if I get a hold of some engines, is probably the Kodachromes with just the SF on. Those are really nice. But you can't go wrong with the war bonnets, the blue bonnets, the yellow bonnets. They're all beautiful. Some of my favorites. If we're gonna talk favorites, Reading, the Beeline service, I like those. I like that blue, blue. I like that green and yellow. Seaboard. There's one Seaboard scheme that I like. I did like the one that they did, probably only because my grandfather had it. It was the gray, and then it had a couple different colors. I think maybe like red and yellow, but I'm pretty sure yellow was one. Actually, maybe it was white. But it's only because he had it. Family Lines paint schemes, yeah, that's trash. No, we're talking actual paint schemes, Lou. Like actual prototypical paint schemes that are just garbage. Is there any that I have? I like Lehigh Valley. I like the green when they did the Lehigh Valley in green. I like the white. They did the brown. Milwaukee Road, I like their paint schemes. Not a Hiawatha fan. I don't like that paint scheme. That's probably one I don't like. That's just my opinion. Not a Hiawatha guy. PNLE I like. Erie I like. Especially the black and yellow on the diesels. Another favorite of mine's Rio Grande. I love the Rio Grande scheme. I love that front nose of that. Like an SD50, which is what I have, or SD40 T-2s. I like those. Conrail, I like the Conrail paint scheme. Milwaukee Road. The SF War Bonnet paint schemes are still among my favorite. They are. They're great. They're great schemes. I have the Blue Bonnet F units. I love F units. They're some of my favorite diesels. I'm trying to think if there's any paint schemes that I didn't like. That I mean, I'm not huge on the Penn Central Conrail stuff. Like when it was like the Penn Central and they just put CR on it. It's okay, I guess. I guess it's not terrible, but it's not one of my least. But it's not something that it's sought after for me. Your dad rode the original Hiawatha. Jeez, that's awesome, dude. I like New York Central's paint schemes. I like their gray. I like the cigar band. I like the black. I like obviously what they call the mint chocolate chips. I like those. Those are nice. Rio Grande, Wheeling, and Lake Erie. Those are nice. Yep, those are really nice. Very, very nice. Trying to think of what else. It's out there. That's a really nice paint scheme. Yellow Belly Hudson's cool. That'd be a nice engine to have with matching passenger cars. Aluminum. I'd like to get some matching or some passenger cars for some Norfolk and Western. Those would be nice. But I don't know. Did they have Norfolk and Western passenger cars? They may not have. They might have been Norfolk and Southern by that time. Maybe. I don't know. The Lehigh Gorge, or not the Lehigh Gorge. My gosh, what am I talking about? The John Wilkes, the Reading, or the John Wilkes Lehigh. That's cool. That's cool looking. I would like to see the Reading Crusader. I think that would be a nice engine. That'd be a really nice engine to have. My new acquisition, the J. What J did you get? MTH or Lionel? I'm assuming you're a 611 or 600 series. Norfolk and Western. I'd like a 611, but it's got to be a Lionel because their sound sets are nice. I like the sound sets in that one. It's the last time they did that, 2019? I think it was 2019, Volume 1 or Volume 2. They're about due for one. I thought they were going to do one on the 50th anniversary, which I think was I think it was this year. But obviously that didn't turn out for him. But yeah, I'd like to see a Reading Crusader. What's the other one that I'm talking about? Not Canadian National. I forget what it is. I'm having a brain fart here. MTH 611 is at least painted. It is painted correctly, John. There's still some available, I think, on Muffin. The best wheel arrangement is a 484. An ugly one? I don't think I can. I think every 484 is nice. Is that a new one, John? The 611 you have? Did that one just come out? Yeah, I don't think I can name a 484 that's bad. Santa Fe's are nice. Jeez, I mean, Southern Pacific's nice. Union Pacific's nice. Redding's nice. I don't know if there's a 484 that's bad. I figured they would have done 647 with their anniversary. You would think they would do certain things, but they don't. I don't know if they just like aren't thinking when they do this stuff, or they're just like, we don't really care that much about what's anniversaries there are. We're not releasing that. I can't think of a 484, dude, that I don't like. That's a really good question, Chad. That's a really, really good question. 484s are just tried, tested, and true. Exactly, Sleeves. They're solid engines. I will say, for articulateds, I don't like cab forwards. I don't like cab forwards at all. Talk about a dangerous engine. Jeez. Nothing to save you. If you're getting into a head-on collision, you're done. No ugly engines, just less. Yeah, maybe some look a little bit crappier than others or not, but they're still just 484s are just a solid design, like Sleeve said. I'm glad I could fit at least one 484 on my layout. You got to have a 484. I don't care who you are. You got to have even if it doesn't fit, you got to have a 484. Gots to have a 484. Again, another good 484. A Vision Line Niagara. I'd like to have one of those. Absolutely. And yet the PR, they didn't have any 484s. That's weird. They never had a 484. They had everything but. Cab forwards are better to run compared to normal locomotives. Big Rich likes his AC9. That gray Niagara is nice. I take the black one too. I don't care which one it is. I take any of them. They're freaking phenomenal engines. Pacemaker Mohawk is awesome. I feel like I have to pay a premium for that if I ever want one. Yeah, they'll release them again. They will. They'll definitely release them again. It's been a while. Those have been a while in the making. I think they're about due. I'm just excited to get my 210-4. I love Texans. Just freaking brutes. Saw a gray Mohawk on Marketplace. What was it, the Vision line? Was that 6001? Is that road number? Yeah, Chooch, I get you, brother. Sleeves, man. Get yourself a 210-4. Keep that on that wish list. They're beautiful engines. Even you get a Santa Fe. Look in the 5000 series, man. Do it. Nice. William says the J1A is the pride of his fleet. See? You gotta have one. You gotta have one. Like I said, my next venture is getting a triplex. I'll find one, I'm sure. It's just, is it what I'm going to want to pay? They're out there. They are out there. All right, boys, if you haven't already liked, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, which I'm sure most of you guys have. I appreciate all of you greatly. I look forward to meeting you in person at York or wherever our paths might cross. Train World has one for $2,200. Yeah, I ain't paying $2,200. Muffin does have one, but it's too much money. I'm not paying $2,200 for a triplex. They were, William. They were, absolutely. They used to break couplers. They would have so much torque. Salty, what's up, man? Feel like that's a deal you'll have to get at York. Yeah, I mean, if I can get a couple people, I have a couple people that are on the lookout for me. So if I can find one at a good deal, I'll definitely snag it up. Yeah, Aaron, let me know what the price is when you pop over there. That'd be great. Hey, Lou, thanks for popping in, man. Hey, dude, Salty, you're good, man. We're gonna pop off here in a couple minutes anyway, but doesn't matter if you're late or not. You still came on. I appreciate you greatly. I really appreciate you greatly. It means a lot. Three jujitsu system breaking bug knuckle. Nice, man. All right, boys. Thanks for popping on. We're gonna pop off here for the evening. It's a little after 11 here. I gotta get up early in the morning. So I appreciate you all for popping on. Salty, sorry you came on here late. Next time, man, we'll be here next week a little bit earlier. Yeah, we'll continue our chat and get after it again. So I appreciate everybody for popping on, and we'll see you on the next one, boys. Have a good night, man. Take care and buy some trains.